Hi everyone! Today we're doing a really bright blue eyeshadow look paired with a dark navy lip. Let's dive in. I'm of course starting out by priming my eyes with the Maybelline Master Prime and then following it up with Wet n Wild's Photo Focus Eyeshadow Primer. The first eyeshadow I'll be using is MAC's Cork, and I'm using that as my transition shade and buffing that in heavily through my crease and slightly above. I then need a white base to make the blue shadows pop, so I'm layering on Essence's Smoky Coal Liner in white. And I'll be using my fingers to smudge that out roughly. It doesn't need to be precise. With a flat, stiff brush, I'm dipping into Sugarpill's Mochi eyeshadow, and I'm packing that very heavily on the lid. Keep layering this shade until you get the color completely opaque. With a fluffier blending brush, I'm then dipping into Sugarpill's Velocity eyeshadow and placing that in my outer corner and pulling it through my crease. I found this shade was a little bit patchy, so a patting motion worked the best for me. The reason I say patting seems to be better is that sometimes when I drag the color through in more of a windshield wiper motion, it can lift the color and move it around in a way that you don't want. So patting definitely worked for me. To highlight my brow, I'm using my usual staple of MAC's Blanc type eyeshadow. This will just help to smooth out the transition shade and potentially any blue shadow that may have gotten above the transition color. I felt like I needed to deepen up the outer corner of my eye a little bit, so I reached for my sleek Ultra Matte V2 palette and I'm dipping into the dark blue shade, which is called Ink, and I'm placing that on the very outer corner of my eye on top of Velocity. Of course, I then gave myself a decent wing with my Kat Von D tattoo liner in Trooper. To highlight the inner corner of my eye, I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Moonchild Glow Kit and the shade Blue Moon on a pencil brush, and I'm just dabbing that on the inner corner and dragging it around on my lower lash line. The last step with the eyes was to use some glitter, and I'll be applying Lit Cosmetics Afternoon Delight Glitter with a very fine brush dipped in their glitter adhesive. And I'll just be lining my entire lower lash line with the glitter. Moving on to the face, I'm going to be mixing 2 shades of the Makeup Forever Water Blend Foundation. A little bit of Y245 and Y225 gives me roughly the right shade for my skin right now. And as per usual, I'll be using a damp Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge to push that into my skin. My bronzer today is Soap & Glory's Solar Powder Bronzer, and that's going in all the usual areas. On my temples, the backs of my cheekbones, and along my jawline. For blush, I'll be using Becca's Flower Child since it's a soft pink that I feel will meld in with the brighter makeup. I just really didn't want my blush to be too stark. I'm then going back into the Anastasia Glow Kit and using Blue Moon to highlight my cheekbones. Since my eyeshadow was already blue, I like the idea of matching my highlighter to that color. To fill in my brows, I'll be using my trusty NYX Micro Brow in Taupe. And then I'm going in with some Urban Decay Perversion Mascara and applying that to both my top and bottom lashes. Since I almost never show you how I apply false lashes, I thought I'd put it in today's video. I'm popping on a pair of House of Lashes Au Naturale falsies, and when I place my falsies down for the first time, I try to start at the outside corner because I can be pretty bad of a judge of length when I start in the middle, and I usually have too much on one side or the other when I go to tuck the edges in. So my trick is start on the outside and work your way in. To finish off the whole look, I'm applying Bite Beauty's Squid Ink lipstick, which is a very dark navy. This shade has a tendency to move around a bit on me, so I would highly suggest that you use a lip primer to keep it in place. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed my bright blue eyes and dark navy lips. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!